Hey everybody, welcome to a new series called cLaSsIc FuDdLoRe. I am Mike B, coming at you from Mommy's basement, and today we're going to be going over the first episode of what is a Fudd, so it gives you kind of a frame of reference for what we're going to be talking about in this seemingly never-ending series. If you're new to the channel, hey, how's it going, guys? I appreciate you watching, and if you're already a subscriber, viewer, long time, short time, this video is because of the constant nagging, I'll say, but nagging isn't always a bad thing, of my viewers and subscribers saying, hey, you should do a FuDdLoRe series. So I'm going to do that. These are going to be cool videos. I'm going to have some fun with them. This is different a little bit from the myths video. There is some crossover, myths videos, I should say, plural. Because a lot of this stuff isn't widely believed by people, if you know any real basic stuff about firearms, or some of this doesn't exactly have to do with firearms, it might have to do with like just stuff in general relating to hunting or whatever, but a lot of it's got to do with firearms. And so I'm going to kind of define what a Fudd is and all that stuff right now. Basically, the classic definition of a Fudd is someone who kind of, thinks that the Second Amendment is, only really for hunting, and that, things like this evil plastic gun and that evil plastic gun, really, who needs an assault weapon, It's kind of that mentality, like, oh, I support the Second Amendment, but only for hunting guns, and stuff like that, because these are made to kill people, and these are just made to kill deer and birds and stuff like that, so they're okay. It's just, that's a pretty blanket statement, but that's generally what you're going to get with the classic kind of Fudd. They're also like, you don't need any other semi-automatic pistol like this except for the 1911, because the 1911 is king. Well, it might be a video in the future. Spoiler alert. And all that kind of stuff. Just stupid shit like that. I don't want to spoil too much. But so the term Fudd comes from the old character, Bugs Bunny character, Elmer Fudd. If you don't know who that is and you're too young to know who that is, just type in a Google search and you will, Elmer, E-L-M-E-R, Fudd, F-U-D-D, and you'll find endless stuff, because it was, I even grew up watching him. But you'll kind of get a hint of why people call him Fudds, just by the way he acts and stuff, and the appearance, and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so that's where the term comes from. And recently, it's kind of just been used more as a loose term for a generally inexperienced or just fucking ignorant person that claims shit about firearms and stuff like that, and they really have no idea what they're talking about, and but they heard it, so therefore they know, or they read it, or they just make shit up on the spot, which is usually why this isn't a myth, because some people are just dumb and they make shit up. It's like, if I were to talk about cars, and because I know very little about cars, so I never claimed to. I don't start talking to somebody about cars and start just claiming random vapid shit just to make it sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, to try to appear cool, because I know it actually has the opposite effect. If you're talking to somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about and you claim a bunch of false, stupid shit, they're just going to look at you and be like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Do I have the time and patience to educate this idiot right now? Are they going to listen? Is it worth it? Probably not, 9 times out of 10. So that's the unfortunate matter of it. Same thing with the firearms community. There's a lot of crossover with like car collecting and firearm collecting, guaranteed. It's pretty interesting. But anyway, so we'll kind of keep going. It's basically going to be a never-ending series. I'll be making videos on cLaSsIc FuDdLoRe, which is, like, I'm not talking classic, like old classic. I'm talking like, classic, that kind of classic. Classic dipshit, classic Fudd, that kind of stuff. And explain why it's bullshit and it's really stupid. So hopefully this series will serve two purposes. One, making fun of ignorance and idiocy. And two, perhaps, I know, I just spit. I know, I have a problem with spitting. Sorry, guys. It just happens. Like, you're going to have to deal with it. You're not getting spit on, even though some of you might be into that. It's totally, I don't give a fuck. But anyway, yeah, it happens. Sorry, I'm filming from up here. I'm not filming from, like, the side or anything. So I'm actually behind the camera, so I can see when I'm filming, so the video doesn't turn out like shit. Well, absolute shit. It's going to turn out like shit. But anyway, I got a little sidetrack there. Of course, that's going to happen quite a bit in my videos, in case you didn't know. But if you do have any suggestions on shit that you've heard, FuDdLoRe, again, it's a little bit different from the myth, because the myths are like just an understood thing by everybody, even people who are experienced, because I used to believe a couple of them. FuDdLoRe is just kind of, it can turn into a myth, but generally it stays on its own level, which is the difference. I know I have to explain that a few times, But a lot of people are going to be like, well, isn't this just a stupid gun myth? Kind of, yes. It can stem into that, but a lot of this shit's just really funny if you know anything about firearms. It's pretty good. So, yeah, if you have any suggestions, make sure you comment, and hopefully I can, add it to the list that's never going to end, and I'll be able to make a video, and I'll try to give you credit, but don't get mad if I don't, because I get a lot of comments from a lot of people. But I'll try to write down your username and give you credit for the FuDdLoRe. And I'm really excited for this, guys. Like, this is really fun. It's been asked for quite a bit, and finally I'm like, how do I actually do this? And it's like, oh, okay, I can. I got all the resources to do it. So I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a really fun ride. Again, if you're new to the channel, buckle up and get ready. And if you're a recent or past subscriber, you know what you're in for. So this series is going to be really fun. Yeah, so Fudd's basically, they like this kind of thing. They like the cLaSsIc, single double barrel shotguns and hunting shotguns, and they like revolvers. Revolvers, these things jam all the time, so revolvers are the only gun to carry, except for a 1911. Because that's the king of all semi-automatic handguns, and we don't want these plastic guns. So, but I mean, those are kind of videos we're going to be talking about. So yeah, thanks for watching this nice little intro. Hopefully you guys are really happy about this. I'm excited. Like I said, it's going to be great. And then also I'll do the plug for Patreon, because it's really a great way for me to be interactive with viewers more than just the comments, because I get thousands of comments a day, and it's a lot easier with Patreon because it's a little bit more I guess, condensed. And then, yeah, if you go to the link in the description, it's $1 a month, $12 a year to support the channel, so I can get cool props like this. And I also do shooting videos and helmet ballistic tests and various other things that require some funding that I can no longer afford to do out of pocket, because I've gone into debt over the past few years on my channel, trying to get, well, it's not, the channel isn't totally to blame, but like, to get stuff, I've kind of spent a lot of money to educate people and have fun and do all that stuff, but that's not your problem. But anyway, so $1 a month, $5 a month or more on Patreon gets you into my Discord server, which is a pretty fun time and a lot of interactive stuff, and that's where I get a lot of ideas for videos, and it's pretty cool. Usually I'm on there most of the time, answer questions, shoot the shit, whatever. So yeah, consider that. Yeah, a lot of these videos are going to be not this long. Some of them will be long, but most of them are going to be shorter than the stupid gun myths videos, because they're really easy to debunk. So thanks for watching, everybody. I might be, man, and that's all I've got really on this video. So fuckity bye.